rounds of golf. So for the first 4 years of existence, LIV Golf, which is the Roman numeral for 54, has played 54 holes. They will move to 72, and they are doing this for a variety of reasons. There's a lot of great quotes in here, Greg, but what is your initial reaction to LIV Golf pulling the trigger and moving to a 72-hole competition?
Well, it's very clear to me that they want to get official World Golf ranking points. They have not been able to do that. It seems to me like they feel this is the pathway or part of the pathway to official World Golf ranking points. I don't know why it took this long. They've kind of known that this was a factor all along. But that's here nor there. The other thing that just struck me, which is not a knock on LIV Golf, but it's something that comes up often in the world of professional golf, where we want to do something different. We want to mix it up. We want to try something original. But all roads lead to 72-hole stroke play because it is the best format. It is proven time and time again. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if the Ryder Cup switched to 72-hole stroke play at some point. I'm only teasing. But 72-hole stroke play works. It's the best format. And I think that's it's not surprising that LIV has ended up here.
Greg, you know what's not surprising to me, or what was kind of a logical progression from all of this? If after how many years has LIV been around now? What are we going into? How many?
Five. Year 5?
That they couldn't get this done, and it was a non-starter for the first 4.5 years until Greg Norman's let go. Right? Because remember, he was like resolute. This is my idea. 54 holes is the greatest. You can figure out the tournament, and then eventually he moves along with a handsome buyout or whatever it was. And the new boss comes in and said, well, if we want to get world ranking points, those guys are only going to smile upon our application if we become like legitimized with 72 holes. And I'm building on your observation. So yeah, to me, it's like some new leadership, and the new broom sweeps clean and makes the first necessary adjustment to make them eligible or at least get them eligible for consideration for ranking points.
Lots of quotes coming from some of the top players on LIV Golf. Jon Rahm said, "This is a win for the league and the players. Moving to 72 holes is the logical next step that strengthens the competition, tests us more fully, and if the growing galleries from last season are any indication, delivers more of what the fans want." Bryson DeChambeau's quotes were a little bit more in line with that OWGR perspective here, Greg, because Bryson said this: "Everyone wants to see the best players in the world competing against each other, especially in the majors. And for the good of the game, we need a path forward." That kind of implies that they don't have a path forward at the moment. He says, "By moving to 72 holes, LIV Golf is taking a proactive step to align with the historic format recognized globally, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera." So moving to 72 holes and trying to adjust their qualification system, which we'll get to in a second, Greg, it is definitely on the forefront of Bryson's mind because he wants to make sure he's getting into all these major championships even after his U.S. Open victory exemptions run out.
Right. For the good of the game. The mess that I made needs to get cleaned up. And I mean, people just want to watch me, and they can't because I went to LIV. And we're not getting official World Golf ranking points. So what if I'm not in majors? What are the people going to do? Oh my goodness. There's this language that is used in the LIV Golf League that bothers me like nails on a chalkboard. You just said it from Bryson. Oh, I heard this news, and my initial thought was, oh yeah, like I saw this post that you have right here. Oh, 72, they're expanding to 72 holes. I said, wow, that's a big change. Then I go to the article on their website, and it's move to 4 days of competition reflects LIV Golf's global momentum and evolution to deliver more action and entertainment for fans. What does this have to do with momentum? You just flipped a switch and said, yeah, we'll make it 4 days now. What, did your earnings go up so you could afford to have the event catered for an extra day? Did you get enough extra revenue so that you could buy another block of tee times for Monday instead of starting on Tuesday? It right away, as soon as I start reading, it's like this is just phony. I can't believe anything that I read for the rest of the article.
May I add something to this? Now, this is pure conjecture. I don't know anything. I don't really speak to any of the LIV golfers unless they're playing in events on the PGA Tour, which are majors. But isn't this curious how it just happened when it was renegotiation time for a few of the stars that they paid this big money to just a few years ago? And next thing we see Dustin Johnson posing in a cowboy outfit, just having his deal redone. Because DJ doesn't need to play golf anymore. I don't even think he wants to play golf anymore. And they can't offer him more money. So now they can just go, yeah, bro, we're going to make it 72 holes. And very soon, likely, watch this, they're not going to be playing in a shotgun. Now, that's me opining. That's not me knowing. Just to say, yeah, the thing's being legitimized a little bit more to up your ante and up your chances to get into the bigger events that really are the only ones that you're caring about right now.
Well, imagine the negotiations that are happening with Brooks Koepka, Bryson DeChambeau, who are saying, how do you expect me to sign on for another 3 or 4 years when there's a really good chance I don't play a major championship unless something changes, right? And my exemptions run out. And they say, okay, well, I'll tell you what, sign back on. We'll make this switch to 72 holes. They've got some qualification things going on, Mark. It's absolutely in line with the negotiations.
And there's only one guy that's not tiring of traveling to Asia to go and play in the Hong Kong Invitational, and that's Patrick Reed, because he does that anywhere. The rest of them are like, no, I've had enough of the global travel right now. This stuff is taxing. And I know we only play, 16 events a year or something like that. But, an event going to play now for 4 rounds, that takes you, it's like 7-8 days worth of commitment, that stuff, with time changing and your body's whacked out when you get back to where you're living. So, yeah, I have no doubt that this is very much a ploy at keeping this few stars that they have. And maybe
they also have to play now don't they have to play an international series event as well, or is it 2?
I don't know, but quickly, and maybe just maybe this is a push at some young stars that are coming out, because there's all these youngsters on the tour right now that are showing up and hitting at 400 and blowing the fans' hair back and stuff like that. Maybe this is to go to those young boys and say, yo, we're going to give you money, and we're making a play at World Golf Ranking points so that you can play against nothing fields, earn some points, and get in the major championships. Watch, it's coming.
I agree with you. I don't know if it's a requirement, Greg, but the little tweak they made a couple of days ago is trying to also address the qualification process. Being a closed circuit is not great for OWGR points. We've talked about that ad nauseum over the years. So in addition to the 2 spots that they will give out during LIV Golf Promotions, that's an event they hold or have held at the end of the year, in the beginning of the year. It's going to happen in January to get 2 spots into LIV Golf. They're also going to give 2 spots to the top 2 finishers in the international series. That's the Asian Tours Rolex series, FedEx Cup points, whatever you want to call it. That's their version of it.
Well, remember, that is it's a parameter to qualify for world ranking points. And there has to be a way that you can play your way into the league, not just sign a big deal that you get a bunch of money and you go and tee it up. So that's also a play at going, hey, we are doing everything we can. Pathways was the word that you and Bryson used there. We are creating the pathways required so we can check the boxes on the World Golf Ranking points application.
So the current players, the 2 current players who would earn LIV Golf spots who are not currently LIV golfers are Tomoyo Ikamura, who is from Japan, and no. Do not quote me on that. That is wrong. I back out.
Where are you finding this? I know you found the end of the internet, but gosh, that's some research by you.
Here it actually is. I was looking at the wrong leaderboard. Scott Vincent would get his spot back on LIV, and Miguel Tabuena would get a spot on LIV. Those are the current rankings. They've got, I think, a couple more events to go. There's an internationalseries.com, Mark. It's there.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
A real website.
Oh, really?
Look,
I go to PGAtour.com and rickrungood.com.
The only two websites you need.
That's it. I will say this. It's good that they're actually doing something to try to get world ranking points instead of whining that they don't have them. So I do appreciate the alteration and the change. I just wish they would stop lying to me in their written word. It's a total lie to me. The first paragraph, and it just bothers me. I just feel like the rest of it I can't read. And I'm not even angry about the topic. I'm not upset that they moved to 72 holes. I'm not. I think that they actually have done something. That's good.
Hey,
I can't get over what they wrote.
It was Feisty Mark the last time we got together. It was Feisty Greg, and I like it, boy. I'm here for